It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
47.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Kill.
We're going to 53. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Elliott. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
18 Gator. Ready.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey.
54, right there, 50.
Hey, exit.
Rip left. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Shoot.
They'll look to throw here. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Now.
Mike 54.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. They're going to look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike,
There we go. Fly, ain't it?
watch the fly, watch the fly, watch the fly.
Fly, quick.
First down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum of the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Chopper!
Check 99, check 99.
Go! Fight!
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or. Come. Defense.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It got his man complete. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Watch the screen.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
X3. 2-8 to get.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
The 1st down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Cooper was the target there, but now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Who would have about the 13. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I got you.
Throwing, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
2nd and 6 at the Chargers' 32-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here I come.
Prescott now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 17-yard line.
Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Pilot, 64, weak. Snap.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Elliott. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Prescott from the gun. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
you, Gator.
Watch twist.
80 weapon.
Back.
Let go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Ready, break.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Clear. Speed dribble.
Back to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 32 that time. Looking to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. They'll look to throw. Going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
On third down, Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 55.
Pick me up. Here we go. Mike.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
A gain of 12 yards. The tackle by Derwin James. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Second and 3. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that'll make it third and goal. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Looking to throw. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Bravo.
They'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Switch.
Hey, high 7. Hey. 5.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Under crunch. Yep. Go get him. Go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Hey, team 6. 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, lock it. Slam. Say go.
They'll drop the throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Good. Hard. Hey, echo. Defense.
They're going to try and throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Right there in the middle. 55. Pick it up, guys.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All right, T,
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This to Jarwin. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I love everything about that run, except for maybe a couple of things. You got to wonder, do you fight a little harder to get into the end zone instead of going out at the 2-yard line? And I know one thing, the fantasy football guys, they are not too happy that he went out of bounds there instead of trying to get into the end zone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Nice 57. Smooth. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up. Hey. Hey, get it.
2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, wahoo! Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Get that quarterback. And all. There. Check 4. Hey, foot, squeeze.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Get the ball. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going. Mike, go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
60 Pittsburgh. 22 Jet Bombers. 22 Jet Bombers. Snap.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 8. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Looking deep in the direction of Cook. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. Now they get a fourth-quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. They go play action here on first down. And caught by Henry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
No. Quick dad. Ready.
On first down, they run with Howard. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pilot, 64, quick. Hey, Delta.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Watch the whip. Watch safety green. Leo. Shoot.
Now Howard. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now back to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
I'm coming after you. 54 is Mike. 50. Look at me. Door. Come on.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Dallas, A final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for our visitors, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my
up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up in it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, did crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When up in it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
For the set, boy, till there's nothing left on the